and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron, and today we are going to be previewing the upcoming Premier League fixture between Everton and Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So I've waited to make this video until we saw Marco Silva's press conference this afternoon. It was very quick, very snappy, very to the point. He didn't say much in it. I think it only went on for about 5 minutes. But basically he gave us an update on the squad, an update on the players, who's available, who's not available, and bits and bobs like that. So we'll go into that in this video. First of all, I just want to say I'm really positive about this game. I think we can get something out of this game. I think Arsenal can be beaten, but I also think they've proven that they can be shook, and that defensively they have been poor this season, and we can definitely exploit them and we can definitely score goals. Obviously we've got Richarlison back. We're going to have Bernard, dare say, will feature. So we've got these attacking players that can definitely hurt Arsenal, and I think we can go at them and get a result this weekend. If not get the victory, at least come out with a draw. So Marco Silva basically confirmed that players we already know, Phil Jagielka, Seamus Coleman, Andre Gomez, Michael Keane, all won't be available for today's game. We already knew that. He was asked directly about Yerry Mina, and he said, you know, Yerry's been training with the squad for a week now. You know, he's been getting his fitness back up. He didn't say yes or no as to whether he'd have any involvement tomorrow or whether he'd be in the squad on Sunday. Sorry, I hate Sunday games. What are Sunday 4 o'clock kickoffs, by the way? Absolutely ridiculous. Get me back to Saturdays at 3 o'clock. But he didn't say if Mina would have any involvement or being, you know, in the starting 11. But he didn't say that he was out. He didn't mention him in that list of players that he said were unavailable for the squad. So I've put my team up there. Like I said, Yerry Mina I have actually put to start, but we'll go from the bottom up. So in goal I've gone for Jordan Pickford as usual. I think that's a given now. I've gone for Luca Dean at left back. He has been in the press today, or he was asked a question by a journalist about how to pronounce his name, and he said it's Luca Dean. So that's what we're going to be calling him from now on. Luca Dean at left back, John Joe Kenny at right back, and then Yerry Mina and Kurt Zouma in the middle. Now this was a tough decision when predicting the team, because this could go either way. You know, Marco Silva hasn't said whether or not Mina will feature, whether or not Mina will start. He said he's been training with the team, but that could literally mean he's trained for a week, he's nowhere near match fit. You know, he's only getting to grips with the squad, getting to grips with back to playing football after the World Cup. That could mean that he's fit to go straight in. So I've took a risk on him. I've put him in there because I would like to see him, and if he's fit and if he's training, then there's no reason why he shouldn't be in there. And I think defensively this season we need Yerry Mina to come in, and we need him to have that impact. Obviously it'll be taking Holgate out. I don't think Holgate's had an awful start to the season, but I don't think he's quite ready yet to get that centre-half position and to really perform there. So we'll be taking Holgate out and playing Mina and Zouma together, which is probably why they were signed in the summer, to be honest, to play together. So I've gone for a change of formation as well. I've actually gone for a 4-4-2 for this game. Now there's a couple of reasons why I've gone for this. I think Richarlison will start up front. Again, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I don't think he'll take Tosin out. As well as that, I don't think Morgan Schneiderlin will play, because I just don't think he'll be there, which is fair enough. But I don't think Morgan Schneiderlin will play, and I think it's time now for a change. It's time for a switch of formation. You know, we've had this formation for the last sort of 4 years. Started under Roberto Martinez with this sort of formation, and we've just sort of kept the formation and replaced the players, and not sort of tried anything different for a long period of time. And you know, obviously we've seen this season so far that this formation hasn't worked. It didn't work against West Ham, and it didn't work against Huddersfield. It certainly didn't work against West Ham, because their first goals absolutely split the midfield to bits. So I think why not go for a 4-4-2? It's more attacking. The players that I've put in there are more attacking players that are going to be able to hurt Arsenal and really get at Arsenal's defence. So I've gone for Garner and Sigurdsson in the middle. Sorry, nearly said Snadlin. I've gone for Garner and Sigurdsson in the middle. Garner taking up his usual role, and Sigurdsson being able to play a little bit further on, but not sort of in that isolated area behind the striker where he's not, you know, doing much in the game. So I've gone for them two in the centre of midfield. I've gone for Bernard on the left. I've gone for Walcott on the right. I think Walcott will start. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he had a brilliant game, as didn't Idrissa Gana Gueye against West Ham, but I still do think, you know, that he's a quality player, and he can definitely produce in times when we need it. So, you know, Walcott starts on the right. Bernard obviously come on against West Ham in the 42nd minute and was immense. He was the best Everton player in the whole game. He was the only one attacking. He looked forceful, he looked dangerous. Every time he got the ball, you know, he was either going to pass it on and create a play, or he was going to get a foul and win a free kick. So I've gone for him for his first Everton start on the left. I think he is about ready now to start the game. And then I've gone for Richarlison up top with Cenk Tosun. Now this was another hard decision that I had to make, whether to take Cenk Tosun out or keep him in. Now Richarlison's going to come back in this team, whatever formation we play. He's either going to come in on the left hand side and we're going to play a similar formation to how we started the season, or he's going to come in as a striker and Tosun's either going to be taken out or Tosun's going to be kept in. I would like to see Cenk Tosun kept in because I do think he works hard, and don't get me wrong, he hasn't been great this season in terms of finishing, and he has missed some, you know, god-awful chances that really, if he'd scored, would have been in a much better position now. But I think looking at bad games, I think the West Ham game was the only real game you can look and go, you had a poor game today. The other games, okay, he didn't convert his chances and he hasn't scored, but he's been doing other bits and bobs as well. So I think with Richarlison next to him, that could be the confidence boost he needs to go on, get his goal, and then he can do the little bits and, you know, scruffy work for Richarlison, and Richarlison can get goals as well. But I think taking him out the team is only going to damage his confidence more, and I think why not try them both together as centre forwards and see how that works. And if he still doesn't manage to convert his chances and he's still not playing well, then you can take him out and sort of mix and match the team. Yeah, so like I said, Richarlison comes in either way for me. He's either going to come in on the left or he's going to come in straight up front, up top, whether that be on his own or with Tosun or maybe even with Niasse. Like I said, he should come straight in, let's be honest. He was our best player before he got suspended. He then went on with Brazil during his suspension, got 2 goals and won a penalty while playing up front for them, and he's just got another call up for Brazil as well today, so big congratulations to him. But yeah, Marco Silva was asked about Richarlison in his press conference, and he basically said, look, it's a massive boost to have him back. He started the season well, and he basically said, without saying it, he's straight back in the team on Sunday. So yeah, Richarlison I do expect to come back in. I just think he'll come in as a centre forward, partly because of how well Bernard played against West Ham, and you know how much he can offer us on that left hand side. Again, like I said, I said in a previous video that I think Bernard should play through the middle, but haven't seen him play against West Ham on the wing, and you know, haven't seen how good Gylfi Sigurdsson's been this season. Granted, he had a poor game against West Ham, but how good he's been overall. I do think that'll work, and I think why not go for the change of formation? We've got to attack Arsenal. Arsenal can be hurt. Arsenal haven't got the best defence, and they certainly haven't got the best goalkeeper, and they can be hurt. So why not go for them? You know, we've got nothing to lose here. We're at the Emirates. We haven't got a good record at the Emirates anyway. We only really ever come out with a draw if we come out with anything. So why not go at them? Why not attack them? And why not be forceful and say, you know, we're here for the win here. We're not just here to be turned over and beaten like, you know, we did against West Ham. So about our opposition, Arsenal Football Club. Obviously they have started the season moderately well. They've lost some games. They've definitely been exposed in some games, and they've showed other teams how they can be beaten. But then they've got other wins, and they've managed to pick themselves back up. They played in the Europa League yesterday and managed to win 4-2 at home. So I dare say some of their players are maybe a little bit tired, maybe a little bit sort of worn out after that game. Obviously it's a Sunday game, so they've had a little bit more time to rest than if it was a Saturday game. But yeah, they've had an okay start to the season. Obviously it's Unai Emery's first season in charge of them, but I think what we can take from their games and from watching them is they can definitely be hurt, but they can also hurt if you give them space and time on the ball. What I think Everton need to do on Sunday, and what I think we really need to focus on, is not letting their midfielders dictate the game. I personally don't really rate Mesut Ozil that much, but at the end of the day, if you give him the ball and you let him dictate the game, Arsenal are going to score 4 or 5 past us, and it's going to be a walkthrough for them. So as long as we've got Gana Gueye and Sigurdsson in that midfield dictating that game and making sure that Ozil, Xhaka, Guendouzi, doesn't matter who plays for Arsenal, making sure that they can't dictate the game and they can't get on the ball and you know, basically run the whole game, then I think we should do alright. If we do let them dictate the game, I do think we're in trouble, because you know, our defensive problems this season, we've seen many a time our defence being torn open, and if you've got a player like Ozil, who again I don't really rate because of his work rate, I don't think he works hard enough, but his class and his quality, you know, you can't you can't knock. And if you've got a player like that in a midfield dictating the game, and you've got a defence who is extremely low on confidence and has proven that they can be split open, I think it could be very dangerous. So as long as we can get the ball in the midfield and make sure that we don't let Arsenal have the ball for any long periods of time, and whenever they've got the ball we're closing them down and we're on them quick and we're pressuring them and we're making sure they know we're there, then I think we should be alright in this game. And like I said, the change of formation, if he does go with a 4-4-2, will make the game more attacking. It will make us pressure them more, it will make us go at them more. In the introduction of Richarlison, he's going to be wanting to be making a point, he's going to be wanting to be coming in and, you know, showing alright, he started off well, but then he's had 3 games out for Everton. Yes, he's played for Brazil in the meantime, but in terms of Everton in the Premier League, he's fallen down that spec now for top goal scorer, and that's what he wants, and that's what he had effectively before he got suspended. He was right up there, so he's going to want to prove a point and he's going to be attacking. And if you've got him and Bernard attacking the side of Hector Bellerin, who hasn't been brilliant this season, hasn't been brilliant for Arsenal for a few years now, I think we can really hurt them. I don't want to say this, but I don't really expect much out of Theo Walcott, just because of the emotions, and it's his old club and he spent so much time there. So we really need to utilise Richarlison and Bernard, or Richarlison, whoever plays on that left hand side. We really need to utilise them, and we could do with Cenk Tosun getting his goal tally underway as well. So yeah, again, it's one of them games where I can see us performing brilliantly and getting a result, you know, coming away with a hard fought draw, or even coming away with a win. But I can also see us getting turned over if things don't go right, and that's why I think it's worth taking the risk on bringing Yerry Mina in, because, you know, Arsenal can score, and they've got Aubameyang, they've got Lacazette, they've got Ozil, they've got players that can hurt you. So if Yerry Mina's fit and he's had a week's worth of training, you know, he's a centre half. There's no point in putting him on the bench, because unless an injury happens in the game and he's forced to sort of come on through an injury, he's not going to come on. He's not going to come on for a brief appearance as a centre half, is he? Let's be honest. So if he's fit and he's there and he's in contention of being in the squad, start him, get him in. It's no better to have a first game in a high pressure game at the Emirates against Arsenal Football Club, in a game where really, you know, the pressure's on us, because we have to perform. You know, no one's really, I don't think anyone is expecting us to go out and, you know, absolutely dominate Arsenal and get 3 points and, you know, making a walk in the park, but that we're expecting, Everton fans are expecting us to put in a performance and to show. Marco Silva said in his press conference today, we've watched the mistakes against West Ham and, you know, we've worked on them, and we know we won't make them again. So now it's time to show it now in a game. There's no good saying it insane and showing it insane, and now it's time to show it against Arsenal, and it's showing that when their midfield have the ball and when Ozil has the ball and when their players have the ball, we're not going to get split open, and we're not going to just absolutely allow them to run through us. So I do think we can get out of this game, and I am looking forward to it. I am positive. Like I said, Sunday kick-off, 4 o'clock, a little bit boring, a little bit of a horrible kick-off in it. You know, you can't really go out after, well, you can go out after the game, you can have a pint, but, you know, work the next day and it puts a damper on it. But I do think we can get something out of this game, and you know, I am looking forward to watching it, and I am confident that we can perform. And this is a test for Marco Silva. This is his test to show Everton fans that, you know, we can learn from his mistakes. And I'm pretty sure most Everton fans out there, they'll say, you know, make mistakes, be my guest, as long as you know, make sure that you don't make them again, and you improve on them, and you make sure that, you know, the defenders are tight and that they're not letting themselves get split open like we did against West Ham. So yeah, that's it for me. I do definitely think we can get something out of this game, and I think that we can hurt Arsenal. We just have to play to our strengths, and we have to utilise Richarlison, we have to utilise, you know, Walcott, and utilise Bernard if he plays, and we really have to keep a tight defence, and that's why I think it's worth taking the risk on putting Yerry Mina in. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think I'm being a little bit optimistic? Do you think we can get something out of this game? Do you think we're going to get turned over? Do you think, you know, we can come away with a win? Let me know your thoughts on my predicted team as well up there. Again, like I said, it's a team that could have gone either way. Do you think Richarlison will play up top on his own? Do you think Richarlison will play on the left and Tosun will play up top? Do you think Bernard will come in? Do you think Mina will start his first game? It'll be interesting to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like I said, this is a team that could go many ways for this game, and, you know, it'll be interesting to see what you guys think and who you guys think will start. Let me know your score predictions as well if you're brave enough to make one. I'm definitely not. I don't want to jinx anything. And thank you guys so much for watching the Mighty Blues. If you have enjoyed this video, do drop it a like, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I will obviously be uploading my review to this game on Monday, and hopefully we've got something to scream about, at least, maybe even, you know, a victory, but I'm not crossing my fingers for that. So thank you guys so much for watching the Mighty Blues, and I'll see you guys soon.